For longer than humanity remembers, the gods ruled. Humanity served as slaves, but life never remains in balance. Power passed to man, and man banished the gods from the world. But something was released. Something older than man has risen.
Here is your casket.
You found it? Anyone see you fetching?
No one important.
Strangely, that doesn't put me at ease.
This casket is heavy. I'm guessing I brought you more than clean shirts. Maybe shirts and the gold the Inquisition is looking for?
Could be. Or it could be my shirt buttons are just extremely heavy.
Could be.
A lesser man would have forced the lock to find out.
I gave you my word.
And a man's word is worth more than gold. Though gold never goes amiss. What say I throw 300 gold your way?
Then it would be rude of me to turn it down.
Stranger or friend, a decent deed is worth a decent reward.
About the break-in, what was stolen?
What else? Gold, of course. The gold belongs to the Order. Now it's gone.
How much gold was taken?
All of it. I don't know exactly how much. I was just about to do the accounts when I noticed the theft.
Who was in the house on the day of the break-in?
Well, Doyle tried to sell me fish, but I don't like fish, so he left. That fatto Vasily brought beer. I paid for that, traded him a few pieces of meat. And of course, Mo was here a few times, but that isn't unusually works here after all.
I heard you had a break-in. What was stolen?
A ring. A valuable one. I received it from Commandant Carlos personally, in return for a map of the island.
Who was here on the day of the break-in?
A few people. Mo from the slaughterhouse brought me a delivery of meat.
Anyone else?
The labourer Doyle sold me fish. And Pavel, one of Flavio's men, he sold me a couple of wolf pelts.
I'll find your ring.
I would be very grateful.
I found it. I have your ring.
I'm so pleased that honesty still exists. I'd like you to keep the ring.
Are you serious?
Seeing it just reminds me of the break-in. I don't want it anymore.
Are you sure about giving me the ring? Isn't it precious?
Yes, of course. I don't even want to look at it. Take it with my thanks.
I'm grateful. Thank you. Master Belshaw has the meat. He's handing it out.
Wonderful. Here, take these potions. Life here is very dangerous. We all need any help we can get.
About the break-in, what was stolen?
My hides. If that hadn't have happened, I would have been able to carry on my business. I should have listened to my father and gone to sea. That would have saved me a lot of trouble.
Who was here on the day of the break-in?
Just the usual day labourers who wanted to push their wares off on me. Like I have any gold left.
Anyone else?
Pavel was here the whole day. After all, he works for me. And Vasily wanted to sell me beer from the tavern. And then there was Doyle. He wanted to sell fish, but I sent him away. That was all.
You were seen in one of the houses that was burgled.
Actually, I've been in more than one. That doesn't make me a thief, though.
We'll see. Did you belong to Romanov's crew?
What's that to you? You see a sailor, you suspect they're a pirate. Not all sailors are pirates.
You were seen in a house that was burgled.
I deliver beer to a lot of houses. I'm seen everywhere.
True enough.
Town will be safe for a while, they say.
I'd return to the mainland. Who knows if it's even still there?
Could it be...
I'm looking for Doyle.
Doyle? I haven't seen him in a long time. Used to be a good customer of mine. Well, he bought fish from me more than once. That's good in my book. But maybe you could jog my memory, eh?
Where is Doyle?
I last heard he'd taken quarters with Costa. But since then, he hasn't been seen in the gutters. Maybe he's gone into hiding for some reason. Lots of strange goings-on around here.
What do you want here?
I could ask you the same thing.
I sleep here. Nothing wrong with that, is there, mate?
What do you think of the Inquisition?
They protect us. I can't complain about that. And once they've done what they have to, everything will be like it used to be.
You were seen in a house that was burgled.
I sell fish door to door. I spend time in people's houses.
If you say so. You're the only person seen in all the houses that were broken into, which makes you a prime suspect.
Come off it. You can't prove that, mate, and you know it.
I can beat a confession out of you.
That would be a big mistake, mate.
I'll take the chance. Or we skip the beating and you tell me the truth.
And if I do, will you help me? Or will you hang me out to dry?
Just tell me.
I cased the houses for Sid.
There. Not so hard, was it? But what do I do with this information?
If Sid hears I've talked, he'll feed me to the rotworms. And if the Order finds out, they'll send me to the monastery. You've got to keep this quiet.
Let me think about this.
Please. I'm begging you, mate. Don't tell Sid or Rodriguez.
Wait here. If you run, I will find you.
All right. All right.
Well, you look like you've got deep pockets. And there's no better place to dig into them than Madame Sonia's House of Pleasure. We've got something to suit all tastes, and the girls there are talented, flexible, and lice-free.
Good to know. I didn't expect to find a beauty like you in this town. I'm surprised the Order hasn't put a guard on you.
Ah, aren't you the silver-tongued one? You know how to talk, don't you? You won't find another like me on this blessed island. Come back to me, won't you? And bring more than compliments.
What's your problem?
Had a few, have you?
Weird. You're missing the tits, so you can't be me mother. Do us both a favour and go screw yourself.
It's very simple, sweetie. You want something, you pay for it. And there's no discount for rugged and handsome here.
What can you offer me?
You are in the finest brothel in town. If you can't find it here, it's not worth having.
Tell me about you. How's business?
The Inquisition don't care about maintaining order in a brothel. So they turn a blind eye when our clients reach a new level of disgusting. Just take a look at that bastard over there. His name's Erickson. Drinks all day and hits my girls. My regular guards left town and Erickson won't listen to me. Dirty scum. Just ask my girl Gwen what kind of a monster he is. With the Inquisition ignoring us, there can be no justice for a place like this. We're stuck at the mercy of bastards like Erickson.
Do you also sell information?
If you have the gold, I have the knowing. Give me 10 gold coins, then ask your question. If I can answer it, sweetie, then I will. And if I can't, then I still keep the gold.
How does that deal work for me?
Believe me, there's little that goes on round here that doesn't come through my doors sooner or later.
Comforting to know.
But no risk, no fun, right?
I do need information.
I'm all ears.
Tell me something about Don Esteban's gang.
That doesn't sound like a question to me. Give me something to work with, sweetie. Here's your gold back. Let's try again, shall we?
Okay. So how strong is the Don's influence in this town?
It's not what it used to be, that's for sure. Not since the Inquisition pushed them out into the swamps. Most of the Don's men won't risk coming back either, even for one of my girls. I'm sure Esteban will strike back, though. He's too proud not to.
What exactly does the Inquisition want with Harbour Town?
They're after the gold artifacts. Crazy for them they are. No idea what they do with them. All I know is everything they gather they take up to the monastery.
Why are there so many golden artifacts in this town?
They've been mostly brought in by the farmers. The artifacts turned up at the same time as those ruins. They just popped up, practically overnight. But you can't eat gold, so most artifacts have been traded. Until the Inquisition claimed that all artifacts must be handed over to them, without any compensation. They came down hard on artifact smugglers too. Most got thrown into the monastery, if they were lucky.
Who are the influential people? Who should I know?
Well, there are plenty who think they are. You can't move for loudmouths and big heads round here. But the only one who really pulls the strings is Commandant Carlos. Most of the time he's in the guardhouse above the merchant quarter. You could do a lot worse than allying with his fighters, that's for sure.
Is there anyone here who can teach me some skills?
Well, all my girls are very talented. Oh, you mean combat? I think Cole up in the gutters is a hunter. He'll know about bows. I can't think of anyone else.
I can tell you're hungry for the kind of adventure that only Olga can bring. I see things. I know things. It's just Madame Sonia and a few gold coins stand in your way.
Just leave me alone. I'm not even here, all right?
What's the matter?
It's that drunken pig, Ericsson. He sits on that bench all day eyeing me up, licking his lips, making his hand gestures. It's so creepy. And then I found out he paid Madame Sonia for me. I refused to go with him and he beat me, bastard.
Didn't anyone help you?
Like who? Madame Sonia's afraid of him too. The white robes ain't interested in us lot. And you can forget about the town guard. Corrupt as the day is long, the lot of them.
I'll take care of him.
Really? You do that? I'd give the last of my savings to someone who'd make sure he never goes near Madame Sonia's again. Be careful. He's a vindictive bastard.
Thanks for the warning. You belong to Captain Romanov's crew.
Snooping like a spy? Now asking questions? Whoever you are, I'm gonna kick your skull straight out of your stupid head.
I hear Romanov won't let you sail with him again.
What do you know? I'm one of Romanov's best men. He sails, I sail.
Tell me about the key you had on you.
If I tell you who that belongs to, I'd be digging my own grave. Now leave me alone.
So, I've got a couple of questions.
Have you? Well, I'm not talking to anyone I don't know. So go and piss in someone else's ear.
You're gonna tell me what I need to know.
Come on, let's get this done. Time to fight!
Ah! Ah! Ah!
This is crazy.
All right. What do you want?
Do you know where Captain Steelbeard's shack is?
You don't know what you're getting into. If you keep on like this, you're a dead man walking.
You're gonna tell me where Steelbeard's shack is. You're gonna tell me now.
All right. In the gutters. It's in the gutters. It's one of those shacks near Costa's hotel. Now that's it. I've said enough. Too much.
And that key you had fits the front door.
I've said too much.
I've got a message for you. Leave now if you know what's good for you. And if you even look at the girls here again, you'll regret it.
Oh, lover, are you? Well, save your effort. I was gonna go anyway. Stay here long enough, you'll catch the pox. Then maybe you already have.
Ericsson got what he deserved.
Yeah, I saw you gave him quite the beating. Gladdened my heart it did, but it ain't enough. In a few days he'll be back on that bench again, staring, licking, gesturing.
I don't think Ericsson will show his face here again.
That's a relief and a half, I tell you. You're a good man. Here's that gold I promised. Don't worry, I'll earn it back soon enough. I got a few specialist tricks. Take care of yourself, all right?
Thanks. You too.
Good job, sweetie. That bastard Ericsson had it coming.
That drunk Ericsson has taken off.
That's a weight off my mind and no mistake. I think that warrants a reward.
So if I was a customer, who would you recommend to me?
Olga's over there. She's a lovely girl. Very friendly and extremely flexible. And behave yourself, understand? I don't want to hear any complaints.
I paid Sonia for your services.
I understand what a man wants. You're an explorer, am I right? An adventurer. Come conquer my continents, lover. Did I take you to a few places you've not seen before?
Yeah, you could say that.
I wonder why I haven't seen you before. I see many things. Things that are unseen by most. I'm psychic.
I haven't been here long.
And you don't plan on staying long, right?
No, I have business to take care of.
Pity. But something tells me you will prove important to this place. So let me give you something for the hard road ahead. If you have upset another and they will not speak to you, then this scroll will soothe them. It contains a powerful spell. So use it wisely.
Thank you, Olga.
I wish you luck on your continued adventures. I feel you may need a great deal of it.
About your father. I hear he's a pirate.
Well, if you've heard people gossiping, then I guess it must be true.
Don't tell me you didn't know.
Do I know my father is Captain Gregorius Emmanuel Steelbeard, the most infamous bastard to have sailed the seas round here in 100 years? I can tell you he was a bastard. The rest of it, I've heard through legend, like you.
Were you planning on telling me?
I asked you for help with information. I didn't agree to give you any.
Okay, I get it. Captain Romanov is locked up in a cell on the harbour quay.
So it's true what they're saying. He was arrogant enough to tangle with the Order. Did he tell you anything?
Romanov says he doesn't know where your father is.
He says he doesn't know. But then he'd still say that even if he left my father headless and castrated in a barrel somewhere.
Vasily says your father has a shack here in town.
A shack. That's my father. Could afford a palace, but lives in the gutter with the whores and the rats. Still, can you find out where it is? And do it without letting anyone else find it. Could be there's a clue there as to my father's whereabouts, if you can find it.
Vasily doesn't think your father's here on the island.
Vasily's never had anything useful to say.
Romanov doesn't seem very fond of your father.
My father tried to run him through and killed Romanov's favourite whore instead. The pair of them never exactly moved in exclusive circles. Can't say I'm too comfortable having that bastard in town. He'd happily see me dead, or worse. And if you're thinking he might give me to his men for the night, you better know he'd happily do the same with you. Well, that's just one more reason to steer clear of Harbour Town.
I found this key on Ericsson.
Show me. I don't recognise this, but it has my father's initials on it. He marks his territory. I think he'd have carved his initials into me given the chance. This key's a start, but it's useless without a lock. I don't suppose Ericsson gave up what this key was for, did he? No, I didn't think so. Thanks for this. Let me know if you hear where this key might open.
About your father. I found this paper in one of the shacks in the gutters.
Now this is a useful piece of paper. This is precisely what I was looking for. I can finally leave this rat hole. You deserve a reward. Here, I can spare 200 gold coins. But take them, and you ask no more questions. Deal?
Keep the gold. Just answer my questions.
People usually see gold and forget everything else. All right. What do you want to know?
Tell me about Captain Romanov. Think he'll be a problem?
Couldn't care less about him. I've got what I wanted now. At least part of it.
What's so important about that old scrap of paper?
There's no secret that it's linked to my father. You must have worked that much out yourself. But my father is my business.
Do you think your father is still on this island?
He was. Whether he still is and whether he's still breathing. Those are different questions. But I'll find him.
What's going to happen to the tavern while you're away?
The tavern's only ever been a place for me to hole up in. When it's time for me to move on, I'll find someone who wants it.
What will happen with your father's shack?
I have no use for it. You can have it if you want. You already have the key, after all.
Thanks. That place might come in handy.
It obviously did for my father. If you're going to keep it, take my advice and burn the bed linen.
I'll take the shack. Always wanted something with a sea view. That's probably enough of the questions, isn't it?
For now. Maybe. Maybe we can talk again later. You're a rare one. And I've travelled the length and breadth and met a lot of people. Right. All I need to do now is find a way out of this wretched town.
Well, my lad, what can old Jack do for you?
You're Jack.
That I am. Jack the sailor, then Jack the lighthouse keeper, now Jack the old beachcomber. Seems the sea won't let me go.
So you're no longer the lighthouse keeper?
Was, my boy, was. The tower's not in use, nor am I. No more ships going out, you see. The storms put pay to the ships, and the town's short of fuel. No use burning things when there are no ships to see it, eh? You wouldn't have a tot of rum to ease my aches, would you?
Here, have a little rum.
Spend too long by the sea and it rots you. Your knees go, your back, your front, your everything. Everything falls apart. Towers, men, religions. The sea always wins. Remember that, lad.
Okay, I'll take it.
Here you go. Pleasure doing business with you. Careful who you show it to. The Inquisition and the Dawn's boys would love to get this, but I didn't trust them not to bash me over the head as soon as they got their paws on it.
I found Jack's chest.
See? I gave you good blarney, didn't I?
I found your spy. It's Doyle.
The idiot. I thought he was better than that.
So what now?
Doyle's a liability. I'd like him to go away, permanently. You're persuasive. You might be the man to do it. Leave no traces.